So here's how to make marble effect jewellery with polymer clay. What you need is a bigger ball of white clay and a smaller ball of navy blue clay. The bigger ball is about 4 centimetres in a circle and the smaller is about 1 centimetre. I've previously conditioned the clay and now I'm rolling it out into a sausage shape. From that darker blue colour, I am taking little bits off and I'm rolling out tiny little sausage shapes, which are about 1.5–2 centimetres long. And what you do is you just dab these in the same direction as the larger white sausage shape all the way around, and you just keep working from that little ball of blue. You really don't need very much. These are creating those little streaks that you get in marble. Obviously you can do this in different colourways. I'm showing you the white and navy blue because this goes with our Makebox. So I'm just going to add that very last piece onto there, and I've kind of evenly distributed them, but it doesn't matter too much. So I've grabbed my rolling pin, but what I'm going to do now is fold it in half, and then I'm going to fold it in half again. And then I'm going to use my rolling pin to gently roll the shape out. So I'm just going to keep repeating this process of rolling out and then scrunching into a ball and then rolling back out again. And you just keep going with this until you start to see those lovely marble effect streaks. And then once you're happy with the marble effect, I'm really happy now. I think I've got enough streaks. There needs to be enough balance between the light and the dark. If you have a little bit of a closer look there, I think that's perfect for what I want for my earrings. There's some lovely natural movement in that. So I'm just going to get my palette knife and lift up the clay, and then I'm going to grab my cookie cutters. So I've got some circular cookie cutters, which are going to be the bottom of my earrings here. So I'm just going to press those down and just shake those off. The clay comes out quite easily from these. And then I'm going to do that twice, and then I'm going to roll out the clay again because it can take a little bit more rolling out. You don't want to overwork it too much. And then with a smaller circular cutter, I'm going to cut out 2 smaller circles for the tops of my earrings. So now I'm going to use a toothpick to make the holes that the jump rings are going to go through, so the jewellery pieces. So I'm making one at the top of the larger circles and the bottom of the smaller circles. And then I'm going to add the same to my other set of earring pieces. You need to make sure they're a good distance away so that your jump rings are the right size to go through both holes. And depending on what type of earrings you're using, you might want to make a hole at the top, or you might just glue the piece to the back. So I use a glass dish to cook my clay. I think it's the best thing to cook it in. So I'm just placing my jewellery pieces in there. Then you can follow the manufacturer's instructions on how to bake your clay. Once they're baked and cool, we're going to grab some pliers and we're going to open those jump rings. Now to do that, I put my pliers inside the jump rings and then I gently ease it open just enough to go through the polymer clay piece and the top piece. So I'm putting my pliers in and easing them open. And then the way I attach them is I hook the piece on. If I have a jewellery piece like the earring base, I'm going to hook that on. And then what I'm going to do is grab my polymer clay piece and then hook that on. I'm being really gentle the whole time. The clay should be really firm, but always be gentle because the pliers are very strong. And then I'm going to open up my pliers and gently ease that jump ring closed into a circular shape. And then just wind that round the back. And there is your beautiful earring. I love it. There are so many lovely shapes you can create with this technique, so have lots of fun.